Most people believe Christianity began with Jesus and spread naturally, but that's not the full story. What if I told you that Rome, not faith, was the real force behind the religion's rise? You won't believe what they did or why. In this video, we're uncovering one of the most controversial and rarely told stories in religious history: how the Roman Empire helped shape Christianity for its own survival. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear may completely rewrite what you thought you knew about history, faith, and power. Picture Rome at its peak: mighty, brutal, and almost divine in power. By the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire stretched across continents. Soldiers marched through deserts, emperors moved oceans, and gods ruled every corner. But despite its power, Rome had a problem. Its people were starting to believe in something else. A strange new faith was emerging. It wasn't worshiping Jupiter or Mars. It wasn't born in a temple hall. It came quietly from the shadows of a troubled province called Judea. And at the center of it all was a man named Jesus. He was a carpenter, a preacher, and according to his followers, the Son of God. But Rome didn't see a holy man. They saw a threat. Jesus preached love. Rome enforced law. Jesus walked beside the poor. Rome crushed them under taxes. Jesus spoke of a kingdom not of this world. Rome said this world belonged to Caesar. So they did what empires do. They silenced him. Crucified, tortured, forgotten. But what happened next would shake the empire to its core. In the years after Jesus' death, a strange thing happened. Christianity started to grow, not just in dusty corners of Jerusalem, but across Rome itself. Merchants whispered it in marketplaces, slaves passed it on in homes, soldiers carried it between battlefields. One by one, more Romans turned from their ancient gods to follow a crucified Jewish peasant. It didn't make sense, but it was happening, and the empire panicked. Roman emperors struck back. Nero lit Christians like torches to light his garden. Others outlawed the faith completely. Christians were arrested, beaten, beheaded, fed to lions, and worse, all in public to set an example. But here's what Rome didn't understand. The more they attacked this new religion, the stronger it grew, and that terrified them. But in the chaos, one man made a decision that changed everything. Fast forward to the year 312 AD. The empire is tearing itself apart. Civil wars, power struggles, chaos in every province. A man named Constantine, a Roman general, is about to fight for control of everything. But on the night before a massive battle, something happens. According to legend, Constantine sees a sign, a glowing cross in the sky, with the words, "In this sign, conquer." Most historians debate whether it really happened, but Constantine believed it. The next day, Constantine orders his soldiers to paint crosses on their shields. They win. He takes power, and then he does something no other Roman emperor had ever done. He makes Christianity legal. Just like that, the most hunted faith in Rome becomes tolerated. But Constantine wasn't done yet, and what he did next shocked even the Christians. Constantine wasn't a saint, he was a strategist. He didn't convert out of pure faith. He converted to control the empire. For centuries, Rome had tried to destroy Christianity. Now Constantine had a better idea. If you can't beat it, make it your own. In 325 AD, he calls a meeting, the Council of Nicaea. Bishops from all over the empire gather to answer the unthinkable. What do Christians really believe? It was a defining moment. Until then, Christianity was a chaotic mix of ideas. Some said Jesus was God. Some said he was human. Some believed in dozens of gospels, others only a few. Now, under the watchful eyes of Rome, faith was to be standardized. Books were chosen, others were burned. Beliefs were rewritten, heretics labeled, and the Bible as we know it today began to take shape. But here's the twist most people miss. Rome didn't just legalize Christianity. They invented the version we still follow today. But that decision came at a cost. As Christianity became more Roman, it also became more political. Emperors now saw the church not as a spiritual movement, but as an arm of power. They funded bishops, influenced doctrine, used religion to control the population. Gone were the days of street preachers and underground gatherings. Now Christianity had cathedrals, riches, armies. Some Christians fought back. They saw what was happening. This isn't what Jesus taught, they warned, but they were silenced. One by one, Rome absorbed the faith, until the lines between religion and empire were completely blurred. And then, in 380 AD, something even more shocking happened. Under Emperor Theodosius, Christianity didn't just become tolerated, it became mandatory. All other religions? Outlawed, destroyed, erased. Temples were burned, statues smashed, ancient texts lost forever. The empire that once killed Christians was now killing for Christianity. But what was the price of this holy empire? By the 5th century, the Roman Empire was dying. Barbarians stormed the gates, leaders fell, cities collapsed. But Christianity, it survived. It survived because Rome had made it powerful, organized, global. And when Rome finally fell, one thing remained standing: the church. In fact, many historians believe the Catholic Church became the second Roman Empire, carrying its laws, language, and influence across centuries. Rome died, but its spirit lived on through Christianity. It's worth asking, did Rome convert to Christianity? Or did Christianity adapt to Rome? So why does this story matter today? Because it reminds us that history, even sacred history, is shaped by the people who hold power. That what we believe today may have been crafted in the halls of emperors, not in the streets of prophets. Christianity has inspired billions. It's brought hope, healing, and love. But it's also been used for politics, control, and war. When we look at history, we must ask, who wrote this? Who benefited? And what was lost? This isn't about destroying faith. It's about understanding its roots, because when you know where something really comes from, you understand it in an entirely new way. What do you think? Did Rome save Christianity? Or take it over? If this changed how you see history, subscribe now.